Okay, so recapping last night, Tough 33 episode 11. We had Popo, Joseph Morales, going against Imanol. It was an awesome fight. It went all 3 rounds. The way I saw that was different than the way I saw it when I was live there in person back when we were there at the Apex filming that. The way I remember it, Joseph clearly won the first. He now clearly won the second, as evidenced by DC over there, wondering why in the third would you take him down, meaning he knew he'd lost 2 rounds. The only way he could take him down and have that work is if he submitted him. Of course, you don't know that. We didn't know that. I saw Joseph probably holding his own in the first couple minutes of the second round, but he won that fight with how he managed the rest of that round. He just went at it. He went at it good there the rest of that round. Then round 3, he's really just fighting the clock. This is a tournament. You got to advance. You advance any way you can. So, he wasn't in any danger. He made sure he hand fought, stayed out of danger. He loses the third round, but he won the fight, and it was a good job. He knew what he was doing. We were nervous, even though we knew he won the first 2 rounds. So anyhow, and Imanol, I talked to Imanol for quite a while after the fight. He was really down on himself about that fight, and I'm like, hey, one of those guys said you won. I said, you lost 2 minutes of the second round there towards the end of it. Now I'll teach you something down the road that you can use. Finish those rounds strong, and it's hard to get that out of the judge's mind. He probably hasn't finished filling out that round yet. So anyhow, they're both great. I think Joseph's going to win his final fight. That'll be live. He looked even better than what I remember. Even though he's a UFC vet, that was still a good fight. This is going to be a good fight coming up. Next week, we've got Rashad Evans coming. He was a lot of fun for me because I remember when I met him, he was, he's over there getting the stuff done with the producer and paperwork. We were talking about health and nutrition and all that stuff. And then when you got in there and he helped us train, he's got one way of doing it. You get him up the wall, you beat him up, you wall brawl, dirty box, if you get him down. And the one thing that he really translated good was don't waste your time here, guys, because here I am at my age now. I still look back and wish I'd have done more. And I'm like, these OGs, they got great careers. They're long careers. And still a guy like him that was world champ, he still regrets not going harder, not staying out of the nightclubs and all that stuff. So that was his message. Even as well and decorated as he was, we all have regrets, and I see that with, I don't think any of them don't. I look at Chael, my own son-in-law. Well, Jesus Christ, you fought 51 guys. You beat the toughest guys in the world, and for 3 years, you were the toughest guy in the world, whether you got the crown at the time or not. It was just something happens. I used to have a favorite in the professional wrestling, and he was from Portland. His name was Lonnie Main, the Blonde Bomber. He'd beat everybody, but somehow, he'd get disqualified in the last seconds. That was just how it was. But everybody, don't mess with him. That guy will, he'll rough you up. Anyhow, so next week, we've got Matt against Daniil. You already know what's going on here. Heads are rolling on both sides there. These guys just get out and bang, and I mean, it's you guys are gonna like this one. It's fireworks the whole damn way.
In Portland against Jimmy Snuka, the man he won the title from whom he won the title, to be absolutely correct. Use of the hair obvious to our cameras. Ringsiders yelling at Sandy Barr.